What's going on, everybody? My name's LeakyTapsMan, and this is another This Week in Gaming number 30, where I bring you up to date with everything that's gone on in the world of video games. And I've got to get this off my chest because I am a hardcore Chelsea fan and we have just won the Champions League, so I am absolutely ecstatic. Sorry, I had to do that. I know that's not games related at all, but it needed to be said. Anyway, on with the gaming news, and I'll start with one which is probably my most intriguing, and that is that Luigi's Mansion 2 has been listed for the Wii U by a retailer called Play, but they've listed the game as the Wii U as well as the 3DS, so it's not just a mistake on their part in that sense. It's since been taken down, which you don't know if that was Nintendo's call or they genuinely made a mistake, but it's still quite interesting, and to see Luigi's Mansion again on a console would be pretty sweet because the first one was very enjoyable, and to see it as a launch title for another Nintendo console as it was with the GameCube would be quite big news in my opinion. The Wii U is looking quite lackluster in its launch lineup at the moment, so big games like this will only do it good. Okay, Saints Row 4 is apparently in the works for current gen consoles, and this was discovered by a LinkedIn profile that's basically people advertising their professional skills to get jobs. But the profile of an employee, he's listed it as coming out for the 360, PlayStation 3 and PC, and also another profile linked with Volish, and these are the guys that make Saints Row, has listed that apparently they're working on 3 unannounced projects for current gen and 1 for next gen. So I'm excited about that, but in all honesty, I'd love to see Saints Row on the next generation of consoles. I think they've pushed this current hardware as far as it can go. Not necessarily in the graphics, but in terms of size and scope of the whole thing. I'd like to see what they could do with the next generation of hardware, but Saints Row is still really good, and I'd always love to see more of it, so I'm still happy. And also with LinkedIn, a job listing has indicated that Lionhead are going to be making a next generation MMO. Lionhead have made Fable, and apparently this MMO is going to focus on being a hybrid of online and offline. This certainly sounds like an interesting concept, and MMOs need a bit of a kick up the backside, so this could be the thing to rejuvenate it. Also officially announced this week was a Lost Planet spin-off for the 3DS and the PlayStation Vita. It is called X Troopers. It's going to have an anime visual style and designed to be a beginner's action shooter, and both of those points get a big thumbs down from me. Anime visual style, while it may work for certain stuff, Lost Planet doesn't particularly need to go down that route. And designing it to be a beginner's action shooter, there are enough action shooters that hold your hand at the moment. How about a bit of a more hardcore experience? The original 2 Lost Planets weren't exactly the easiest games to get into, but basically announcing that it's just going to be a casualized version of it has kind of put me off already. Also, some quite exciting news with Far Cry 3. There's going to be a beta coming this summer. It will last for 2 weeks, it offers a handful of maps and modes, and it will support 16-player matches. The sucky news is that it's going to be only coming with copies of Ghost Recon Future Soldier, which may not be such bad news for some of you that plan on getting it, but I myself do not plan on getting that game, and therefore I'm going to miss out on the beta because I'm not just paying 40 quid to play the Far Cry 3 beta. But definitely good news for those of you that are on the fence maybe. Far Cry 3 looks absolutely insane, and I'd love to give it a try, but being a tight-fisted sod means that's not going to happen. And some more money-grubbing news. Call of Duty Elite, that oh-so-great service that everyone just loves to plough their money into. Well, EA have thought, you know what, we want a slice of this pie, and apparently they're going to be doing their own for Battlefield 3. No word on what the service is going to be called, but apparently it's going to bring exclusive content for a monthly fee, and content will include features such as new guns and skins, and I assume maps, even though it didn't say so. I'm not going to go off on a rant about monthly fees for games that should be not touching them at all, but I'll just summarise it with this, that their greed knows no bounds, and I'll end it at that. And I'll hit you with some quick miscellaneous news. Sly Cooper 4 Thieves in Time is going to come to the PlayStation Vita as well as the PlayStation 3 at launch. Sly Cooper is absolutely mint, and I am gutted that I only just tried it in the HD collection and didn't try it sooner. So looking forward to that game. Don't have a Vita though, so don't really care about that news personally, but it's still good news. South Park The Stick of Truth, that's the RPG game, has been delayed until the first 3 months of 2013. No reason given as of yet, but you can assume it's down to the financial troubles that Obsidian had. I believe they got rid of a lot of their development studio as a result. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater HD is going to be getting Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 levels as downloadable content. The game itself will include levels from the first and second, a mix of the two, and now the news has come that you can get some of the levels from the third. The third game was absolutely great. Not as good as the second in my opinion, but highly rated nonetheless, and let's hope we see some levels from the fourth game as well included, because that was pretty sweet too, but none after that. They all sucked after that. And a couple of quick fixes. Rare are apparently working on multiple next-gen titles. This is from some job listings that they've given out. The job descriptions focus on action and first-person shooter games for future consoles. That's their quotation. So hopefully first-person shooter is going to be a perfect Dark game. Action is a very loose term. It could mean a myriad of things. So I'm just going to plead to you now, Rare. If anyone from Rare is watching this, Banjo-Kazooie 3 or Banjo 3E, you get your ass off that chair and start making that bloody game. It has been far too long. Thank you. And finally, Brothers in Arms Furious 4. All of the trademarks have been dropped, which could lead us to believe that the game has been canned, although Gearbox have come out and said that that's not the case, or not necessarily the case. Maybe they've just gone down the more traditional route of World War II, standardized like the original, because the first Furious 4 trailer looked like it was a massive sideways step from the series, and it looked like it was gonna pee a lot of fans off, so maybe they've gone down a more traditional Brothers in Arms kind of game. Okay, and that is more or less everything that has gone on in this week in the world of video games. As always, I look forward to hearing your guys' opinions on everything. Do you think Call of Duty Elite and potentially Battlefield 3 Elite is a good thing, or is it just a money grubbing exercise? What are your thoughts on Luigi's Mansion 2, Saints Row 4, Far Cry 3, Sly Cooper? All of the games that I mentioned, any of them, any news related to this video, drop a comment. It doesn't even have to be related to this video. You can just drop a comment about anything and I will read it. So as always, I thank you for watching, and if you like the video then please hit that like button. If you like me, please subscribe if you haven't. And I'm going to say it one more time, Chelsea, Champions of Europe 2012, get the fudge in. Peace out.